All right, so there's a couple of things to notice in this question. We're just doing 21A here. So first of all, there's lots of, we're concentrating on using things like the sine rule, the cosine rule, and trig in general. Here I've got an angle of alpha minus beta, and if I look in my picture, I'm like trying to find where is the angle alpha minus beta, and we know the exterior angle sum of the two opposite interior angles, so beta plus theta, has to equal the exterior angle here, alpha. So you can work that out by using 180 minus alpha and adding to 180 for a triangle, angle sum of triangle. But if you know the exterior angle of a triangle, which is alpha, it has to equal the sum of the two opposite interiors, so beta and theta. Now, if I make theta the subject, you can see I do get alpha minus beta. So that angle there is alpha minus beta. So if I was, if I look for that angle first, maybe, I don't know if that's the order you do it in, but so, and I go, oh, look, it's using sine alpha minus beta, which is sine of that one. So perhaps, and that's in, if I look at the triangle ABD, it's not a right angle triangle. So perhaps I would use the sine rule if I want sine there. So I'm going to put, and we do want, if we have a look at this, we want x on top and sine alpha minus beta on the bottom. So I'm going to use x on sine of the opposite angle, sine alpha minus beta equals. Now, if I look at other things that I've got, I want either a sine alpha or a sine beta. So in this triangle, so I might go, oh, sine beta, but that's opposite BD. Actually, I could probably do that way as well. But another thing you could do is have a look at this angle and use AD. So if I use AD, that angle there would just be 180 take away alpha, right? So sine of 180 take away alpha. And why I don't mind using that is because we know 180 sine of, in that second quadrant, 180 take away alpha is the same as sine alpha. So if I just pop that on this side, I've got AD as a kind of a subject. So where else, and I've got, you can see I've got a sine, oops, no I don't, I just disappeared it. I've got a sine alpha, I've got a sine alpha minus beta, so now I'm just looking for a sine beta. So if I look for a sine beta, we can look at the, I've used that triangle now, so why don't we use this big triangle for sine beta? And just use, because it's 90 degrees, so opposite, some old over hypotenuse, and that is using AD. So we can see now I've introduced H, which is also what I wanted to introduce. So H is equal to AD times sine beta. Now AD, if I use this, and it is that, and then multiply it by sine beta, there we go. I should get exactly what I wanted. So if it's a show that, we could do that. Okay, so there are other ways to do it, and you could give it a try, but that would just be one way of